When you're a kid, everyone around you makes the season feel so whimsical and so magical, and you don't even realize that it's the adults around you making it feel that way. And all of a sudden, you're an adult and you're thinking to yourself, why do things not feel as magical as they used to feel when I was a kid? Spoiler alert, that is because you have to learn and flex the muscle and the skills to be able to make life feel magical when you're an adult. No one else in your life is going to do it, so you're now responsible for doing that. It's definitely a skill you have to learn and be able to flex, and the more you do it, the easier and the better it gets. But trust me, once you learn, it pays off. I used to be the person that was like, how do I make this season feel the way that it used to feel? And I've come up with a foolproof plan that helps me, and I know it's gonna help you make the season feel like it used to feel. It's not that hard, so stick with me here. Let's get into it. Step one, you are going to watch your favorite Christmas movies. I find it really helps to write down your favorite ones, and then you can go to handy dandy Google and search up which streaming platforms offer those movies, or where you can go and find them online. Sometimes you can find free versions on YouTube if it's like a really obscure movie. I personally am a huge fan of like a romantic comedy when it comes to Christmas movies, so I'm a Hallmark girl. That's how I like to get into the season. I start watching Hallmark pretty much around October, November, because I want to get the feel and the excitement for fall, and then automatically it leads into their Christmas debut of all those movies. It's a whole thing. They do a countdown to Christmas. It makes it feel so exciting and so special. So every year I make sure I have cable TV, or at least some way to access Hallmark movies. Just, you know, they go on repeat at a certain point. And yes, the plot line is always similar, but that's what I love about it. It is something I have grown to love, and I love the expectation. Like, you just know what to expect out of those movies. It's gonna make you feel good, and you're gonna laugh at how cheesy it is sometimes, okay? That's the point of it all. But there are so many different holiday movies out there that you could watch. Just to name a few of classics out there, there's Miracle on 34th Street, Elf, Santa Claus, Santa Claus 2. As a kid, I used to watch Eloise at Christmas time, so that's a fun one I like to rewatch if I can. A Christmas Story is another great one. Then you also have like the more modern ones. There's Claus, that's on Netflix. There's A Candy Cane Lane, which is, I watched that last night. It's kind of a weird movie, but hey, you know, it was unique and it made me laugh. So that is step one. Watch your favorite holiday movies. That is your little start, your little dip, your toe dip into the season. And don't forget, there's always Charlie Brown movies too. Step two, embrace the cold weather. Go for a cold girl walk. Kind of like a hot girl walk, but it's cold, so you're a cold girl. Embrace the chilly air. Open the windows in the morning. Put on a puffer jacket, get a nice warm cup of coffee, and go for a walk. Allow yourself to embrace the changing of the seasons. Feel that little Jack Frost nipping at your nose. I've always said one of my favorite feelings is when I'm outside and I'm cold, and I come inside and it's warm, and I can feel it. Like the tip of my nose is starting to warm up. It's like my favorite feeling ever. Now, if you are in the South, like me, I'm in Texas, the weather is sporadic. Sometimes you can't get into the season because it's just not cold. For example, I'm in a sweater vest because it's too hot to wear a real sweater, okay? It just is. I walked outside this morning and it was like so humid. It's so hot, I started immediately sweating. So maybe this one doesn't work for everybody, but if it works for you, I definitely recommend it. And when it does inevitably get cold in these southern states, take advantage of it. Embrace that weather. Step three, you are going to wait until the sun starts to set. You're going to get into your car and you're gonna go perusing around your neighborhood to check out Christmas lights. Now, this is something that as a kid, we do a lot of. It's something that we love doing. We ask our parents all the time, can we go, can we go, can we go? But as an adult, sometimes it feels a little bit frivolous to just get in your car and drive around without actually going anywhere. So I feel like we forget that there's just so much fun in just driving around aimlessly, checking out the different neighborhoods, seeing what lights are going on, getting inspiration maybe how you want to do your lights this year or even the next year. I also love bringing a hot chocolate for those excursions. If you really want to up the vibes, okay, I definitely recommend the hot chocolate. Step four, baking a holiday treat. I don't care what kind of treat it is. It could be totally up to your preference. Personally, I think a pie is really a obsolete around this time of year. Feels like the only time of year really pies are around. Or maybe a pie feels like too much for you, then maybe cookies. You can go ahead and distribute your batch of cookies to your friends, your families, your neighbors. I'm working on my homemade bread loaf recipe right now, so I'll be doing that a lot this season, especially on days where it's a little bit cold, a little bit gloomy, and I don't want to be outside. A fresh loaf of bread, just, let alone the taste, the smell of baked goods, superior. I would recommend baking your favorites that you liked eating as a kid. That's where I would start. You want to bring back the things that made you excited as a kid, as an adult, and that is how you're going to start feeling the magical whimsicalness of the season. Step 5 is creating the ultimate holiday playlist. So many times we don't even think to curate the vibes around us in a season, and music plays a huge factor into romanticizing the little bits and pieces of your day. Sure, when you get in the car, maybe you flip the radio on and it plays Christmas music, but what about when you're home? Are you throwing on Christmas jams? Probably not. So you need to make your own ultimate holiday Christmas playlist. Put your absolute favorites on there, maybe dedicate different vibes. Maybe you have like a cozy vibe, a classic vibe, and then just like a poppy holiday hit vibe, depending on your mood that day. Or maybe you don't even really want to make a playlist. Maybe that's like not your specialty. You don't find joy in doing that. Here are some of my favorite Spotify playlists that have Christmas jams. I'm more of a cozy, classical, jazzy Christmas girl, so I like the cozy Christmas playlist the best, I think. Then I also don't really get tired of hearing the same lyrics over and over again. Step 6 is make a cozy Christmas craft. There are a ton of different options out there. I've done most of the ones I see online. Sometimes I'm scrolling TikTok or Instagram and I just see something that I'm like, oh, that would be super fun and pretty easy to make. So I'll end up making those kinds of crafts. But you can also go on Pinterest or even just Google to find different Christmas crafts that maybe you'd be interested in making. Flexing that creativity muscle and then using those crafts as decorations around your house does kind of make you feel like a little kid again, even if you're really bad at it. They don't have to be good. You need to let yourself be able to make Christmas crafts, and if they turn out really bad, be able to laugh at it and still put it up in your house as a really fun memory you have. You can also get creative with your Christmas wrapping paper. Maybe you use brown craft paper and you're able to doodle and decorate on your packages this year. That is another fun way I like to get creative this season. Step 7 is researching and actually attending the different holiday events happening in your area. This is one that really slips by us as kids. We have communities that will tell us what's happening in our communities. If you're still in school, you have school events that are holiday related. Maybe your family knows a family friend who invites you to a holiday party. But as an adult, these are not things that we're actively being told about. So you actually have to put effort into researching and figuring out what events are happening in your area. So do some research, and then once you find some things that you'd be interested in going and attending, then going ahead and putting that on your calendar so you don't forget about it, and then going. I love a holiday night market. I think they're so fun. You get to shop local, get to see a bunch of different artists and hobbyists, and even like Christmas decorations. Those are really fun for me. I love seeing that. It's a great way to find community and then also support local for any gifts that you're looking for this year. Step 8, if you have the financial means, I highly recommend looking into giving back to your community, whether it's just with your time by volunteering for local organizations, or if you have the financials, then looking into something like angel tree shopping. These are usually families that can't afford to have big Christmases for their families, and so they ask the community to help out, adopt a family, see what's on their Christmas list, and then buying and donating some of those gifts to that family so kids can still have a magical Christmas. All too often, we all sit in our homes and we forget that there are other people in the community that need our help. Putting yourself out there, finding a family, adopting a family, or volunteering your time for local nonprofits is so essential to feeling the community atmosphere of the holidays. Step 9, this one is definitely a little bit frivolous. You just gotta embrace it, and that is just browsing stores' Christmas sections. 90% of the time, I don't even buy anything, but just looking at the Christmas decorations can really get me in the holiday spirit. Stopping by, looking at the fake Christmas trees, seeing the lights all lit up, looking at the inflatables if I'm in like Lowe's. Sometimes I pop into a Home Goods or a Target just to look at the holiday decorations and get inspiration for things I already have that I could like repurpose or redecorate into something that's like inspired, that is like new that season. But I love a good window shopping. You don't have to buy anything. It's like not even about the shopping. It's just about being surrounded by holiday decor and embracing the spirit of it all. Step 10, and this might just be me, but I decorate a little bit early. By the time you're watching this, it is actively Thanksgiving, but I'm already decorated for Christmas in this house. And I do that because I like to just get into the spirit a little bit early, especially when the time changes and it gets really dark really early. I love having the twinkle lights light up my space. It feels warm, it feels cozy, it gets me excited for the holidays rather than dreading, oh my God, it's 5 o'clock and it's already pitch black outside. I also take my decorations down pretty quickly after Christmas too. I don't like to let them linger. I know some people are the opposite. They wait until after Thanksgiving, they decorate, and then they let it up for a little bit longer to still feel all the Christmas vibes. I'm a bit of the opposite. I'll put decorations up early, but after the season passes, I want it down. Feels like clutter to me suddenly. But yeah, you just gotta decorate. Don't forget to decorate, even if it is something as simple as a garland. Maybe you don't wanna put up a Christmas tree. Maybe you don't own a Christmas tree. Maybe using the gifts you got for other people as decorations throughout your apartment or your home, that works too. Just get a little creative, put up some decorations. That will always help you feel a little bit more in the holiday spirit. Step 11, last but not least, you gotta let go of the pressure. I am so guilty of doing this, but for a long time, I entered the holidays with just so many expectations, so many obligations, so many things I wanted to feel in those seasons that putting so much pressure on it actually did the opposite. I felt overwhelmed, I felt burnt out, I felt completely just exasperated by the holidays. I wanted them to be over, like snap my fingers and the holidays be over. I was so done with it. But I realized it's because I had so much pressure I was putting on myself to feel these things during the holidays. You don't have to force things to happen or to force yourself to feel a certain way. Oftentimes, by releasing those feelings and releasing that tension, releasing that pressure, is when we start to feel the holidays feel magical and exciting again. You just gotta let it happen. And when you let it happen, you will find that the little moments are the ones that actually make you feel excited about the holidays. There you have it. 11 steps, my foolproof plan to romanticize this holiday season, to romanticize the winter, and to just feel like a kid again, even though we're old and we're like not kids, but like we're kids at heart. Can we agree on that, right? If I missed anything, definitely let me know in the comments. If there's a step that is your favorite, you have to let me know in the comments, or maybe I missed something. In that case, definitely let me know in the comments. Like this video if you enjoyed it and want to see more. You can always subscribe to see more of my face on my channel. We chat all things mind, body, and planet, so it's never a dull moment over here. I'm super excited for the holiday season. I've got some really fun holiday things coming up. So thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!